Tributes have been pouring in following the devastating news that pro wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at the age of 71.
Yes. Hogan's health took a turn for the worst in the last month of his life. New details are emerging over the death of American icon Hulk Hogan. He reportedly suffered a weak heart and shortness of breath, and he was also on oxygen.
Hulkamania is alive! Hulkamania is real!
I can't imagine this is like going to the mountaintop 1,000 times over. I feel the energy. Hulkamania is running worldwide.
Over the years, he admitted using steroids, which doctors say can significantly increase the risk of heart attacks.
People all across the country in the airports and just everywhere I go, from the 7-Elevens to the small shopping centers, they recognize me.
There he is! Hulkamania!
When Hulk Hogan passed away in 2025, the wrestling world stopped spinning. From an American hero to the sport's greatest villain, Hogan's journey was packed with shocking twists, massive scandals, and epic comebacks. But nothing prepared fans for losing him. Today, we're diving deep into Hulk Hogan's latest news, unraveling the untold stories behind his incredible rise, dramatic fall, and the legacy he left behind. When Hulk Hogan went from American hero to wrestling's greatest villain, he shocked millions. But was this his biggest controversy, or just the beginning? Today, we're uncovering every thrilling twist, scandal, and triumph from Hulk Hogan's larger-than-life journey. Whether you loved him or hated him, Hulk Hogan's latest news and unforgettable legacy is a roller coaster worth riding until the very end. Born Terry Jean Bollea on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, young Terry seemed destined for greatness, but wrestling wasn't his first dream. Growing up in Florida, he fell in love with music. He mastered the bass guitar, joining bands around Tampa Bay, performing in smoky clubs, and dreaming of rock star fame. But destiny had bigger plans. After years of chasing melodies, Hulk Hogan's future took an unexpected turn when the world of professional wrestling came knocking. In 1977, Terry stepped into wrestling, training under the legendary and notoriously tough Hiro Matsuda. Matsuda broke Hogan's leg to test his commitment, a brutal initiation. But Hogan didn't quit. Instead, he came back stronger, proving early on that quitting wasn't in his vocabulary. He wrestled under several different names, experimenting with personas, but soon adopted the now iconic name Hulk Hogan, reflecting his towering physique and larger-than-life charisma. At 6'7" and nearly 300 pounds, Hogan was impossible to ignore. Hogan's early career saw him wrestling on small regional circuits, often performing in front of modest crowds, slowly but surely refining his ring skills and charismatic presence. Hulk Hogan's latest news traveled quickly in wrestling circles, catching the eye of international promoters. Before long, Hogan wrestled in Japan, where his unique blend of American charisma and impressive athleticism turned him into an international sensation. But everything changed in 1983 when Vince McMahon Jr. signed Hulk Hogan to the WWF, a decision that transformed wrestling forever. Hogan's debut sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling community. He became an overnight sensation, captivating millions. Sporting his iconic red and yellow gear, handlebar mustache, and unforgettable catchphrases, Hogan transcended wrestling. His signature slogan, "What ya gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" became a cultural phenomenon. Throughout the mid-1980s, Hulkamania wasn't just popular, it was everywhere. Kids and adults alike packed arenas, screaming his name, buying his merchandise, and watching him dominate matches week after week. Hogan headlined 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, a feat unmatched to this day. His historic bout at WrestleMania 3, where he famously slammed the enormous Andre the Giant, became one of the most replayed moments in sports history. Hulk Hogan's latest news wasn't just covered by wrestling magazines. He appeared in mainstream newspapers, television programs, and even cartoons. But success always carries a hidden price. Behind his superhero-like persona, Hogan battled grueling schedules, relentless travel, and physical tolls that would have broken lesser men. Pain and injuries became his companions, yet he continued wrestling through broken ribs, torn muscles, and relentless fatigue. By the early 90s, cracks began appearing in the seemingly invincible Hulk Hogan facade. Fans witnessed a man growing tired, vulnerable, and human. The wrestling landscape shifted dramatically in the mid-90s. A fierce competitor, World Championship Wrestling, WCW, began challenging WWF's dominance. In a move that stunned fans worldwide, Hogan jumped ship to WCW in 1994. Initially, he remained the same beloved hero, but everything changed dramatically on July 7, 1996, at Bash at the Beach. That night, Hogan shocked the wrestling world by turning into a villain, transforming into Hollywood Hogan and forming the infamous New World Order, NWO. This wasn't merely a villain turn, it was an earthquake in popular culture. Hogan discarded his red and yellow colors for black attire and sunglasses, embodying wrestling's greatest villain. Hulk Hogan's latest news made headlines everywhere. Fans were outraged, heartbroken, and fascinated. The move proved brilliant, revitalizing Hogan's career and catapulting WCW into ratings dominance during the historic Monday Night Wars against WWF. But life outside the wrestling ring wasn't all bright lights and victories. Hogan faced immense personal struggles, most notably his public divorce from Linda Hogan, his wife of many years. Their tumultuous marriage breakdown played out in tabloid headlines and the reality TV series Hogan Knows Best, giving fans an uncomfortable glimpse into the Hulkster's personal pain. Family issues became public spectacle, including disputes with his children Brooke and Nick, overshadowing even his wrestling triumphs. Then came the darkest moment of Hogan's life. In 2015, Hulk Hogan's scandal update shook the wrestling community to its core. A leaked private tape exposed racially charged comments made by Hogan. The backlash was immediate and severe. WWE swiftly severed all ties, removing him from their Hall of Fame and distancing themselves completely. Hulk Hogan, once wrestling's untouchable hero, became a social pariah virtually overnight. But Hogan refused to stay down. Displaying the same tenacity he had shown throughout his wrestling career, he fought back, this time legally. He sued Gawker, the website responsible for leaking the tape, winning a landmark $140 million lawsuit. The legal victory began restoring some of his public reputation, and eventually WWE cautiously welcomed him back, reinstating him into their Hall of Fame in 2018. Hogan's controversial journey from villain to redemption became yet another dramatic twist in his storied life. Always entrepreneurial, Hogan's business ventures were a mixed bag. He launched various projects, restaurants like Hulkamania, Hulkster Burgers, and even his own energy drinks. While some ventures fizzled, Hogan never lost enthusiasm. In 2024, he proudly launched Real American Beer, a brand reflecting his patriotic image. In 2025, Hulk Hogan's latest news announced another ambitious venture, the Real American Freestyle Wrestling promotion, where Hogan served as commissioner. Even in his 70s, Hogan's passion for wrestling was unmatched. But perhaps the most profound transformation occurred in Hogan's personal life. After decades of turmoil, Hogan found peace in faith. He was baptized in December 2023, openly sharing his journey toward Christianity. He married Sky Daly, a relationship that brought him personal joy and emotional stability. Fans saw a softer side of Hulk Hogan emerge, one rooted in humility, redemption, and spiritual growth. Yet fate had one final heartbreaking twist. In 2025, Hogan underwent major neck surgery, facing a grueling recovery process that left him struggling to walk and speak. Fans worldwide sent messages of encouragement, hoping their childhood hero would rally once again. Sky Daly, publicly hopeful, remained his rock, continuously sharing updates and requesting prayers. Tragically, Hulk Hogan's health took a sudden turn for the worse. On July 24, 2025, Hogan suffered a devastating cardiac arrest at his Clearwater, Florida home. Emergency responders fought desperately to save him, performing CPR for over 30 minutes, but it wasn't enough. Hulk Hogan was rushed to Morton Plant Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at age 71. The news of Hulk Hogan's passing devastated fans worldwide. Wrestling legends like Ric Flair, Vince McMahon, John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Eric Bischoff paid emotional tributes, highlighting Hogan's profound impact. Fans flooded social media with memories, grief, and gratitude, mourning a man who defined their childhoods. Hulk Hogan's legacy is undeniably complex. He revolutionized wrestling, turning a regional sport into a global entertainment phenomenon. Matches against legends like Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair, and The Undertaker are permanently etched in history. Hollywood embraced him too, featuring Hogan in films and TV shows, expanding his popularity beyond wrestling. Yet Hogan's life reminds us heroes aren't perfect. His personal failings, controversies, and struggles made him human. Fans loved him for his triumphs and forgave him for his mistakes. Hogan's story became a powerful reminder of redemption, resilience, and the relentless human spirit. So what's your favorite Hulk Hogan memory? His legendary slam on Andre, or his shocking villain turn with NWO? Did he truly redeem himself after a scandal? Share your thoughts in the comments right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more unforgettable wrestling stories. Hulk Hogan may be gone, but Hulkamania will never die. Because, as Hogan always passionately proclaimed, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?